Hello there! October has arrived. Halloween will soon be upon us. And then comes the holiday season. And this means that the 2025 Star Wars Black Series holiday figures have arrived. Let's take a look at these 5 figures and see what they came up with for this year. You know, I've been collecting the Black Series holiday figures for a few years now. No, they do not fit in with the regular Star Wars canon or lore, but I do find them to be a fun play on various characters from a galaxy far, far away. This year, we have 3 figures for Halloween and 2 figures for the Christmas season. And you know, for some reason, I bet you the team at Hasbro had a lot of fun coming up with the design for these this year, which you are about to see after you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notifications bell so that you're notified when new videos come out, and of course, share this video with a friend of yours. Now, what do you say? We take a look at these a little closer, huh? I think first we'll start with the Halloween figures. After all, Halloween's coming up in just a few weeks. So the first one we've got to show you today is the Dathomir Witch Halloween Edition. On the back here, it just has one little paragraph that says, "Celebrate the season with specially designed Star Wars figures from the Black Series." So not a whole lot of description about the figure, so we'll just have to take a look at it. And like it says, of course, this is based on one of the Dathomir Force users, in this case, a Dathomir Witch. And yes, she does look very much like a witch. In fact, she does have a little black cat type character. Of course, it's not a cat. She does come with a broom, 2 lightsabers, a staff, and way up here in the corner, there is a witch's hat, which when we look at the back of the box, we can see how that looks. The figure itself looks pretty good. Probably not quite as detailed as some other figures, but still not bad because it comes with a lot of extra accessories. So overall, I think the Dathomir Witch is a good addition to the 2025 holiday figures. The next one we have here is a Night Trooper, Halloween edition again. When we take a look at him, he's pretty much set up, I guess you could say, like a mummy. He's got cloth bandages around him, which really doesn't make much sense when you're wearing armor, but still looks kind of cool. I like the helmet, the yellow eyes, and the stitched up helmet, which of course, I don't know how you'd stitch up a helmet, but still looks cool. Of course, we have a Porg. And for some reason, this Porg seems to be wearing blue pants. I don't understand that. But the Porg also has yellow eyes to give him a little more of a fearful look there. And of course, he comes with a staff, which looks pretty decent. And overall, I have to say, I do like this figure. I think it is kind of cool. I think they did a good job with that one. By the way, just saw this. On the side of the box here, it does have a picture of the critter that it comes with. For example, on this one, the Night Trooper, we do have the Porg on the end. Okay, so that's 2 of the Halloween. The third Halloween is probably my favorite, and that is the Imperial Royal Guard Halloween Edition. The reason I like this one, it's kind of set up like a ghost. A dark ghost, maybe? Nope. But this one is glow in the dark. But before we examine that, let's take a look at the figure a little bit more. We do have a little critter up in the corner there with the big red eyes staring at you. He also comes with a staff and a very small pistol. But you'll notice, other than for the sheer cloth that's covering him, he's pretty much just one color except for some black detail on his helmet. And that is because this character glows in the dark. Should we take a look at how that glows? It actually glows pretty well, as you can see. Not bad at all. This one could scare a little kid if he wakes up in the middle of the night and sees this on his shelf. But still, a nice addition for the Halloween figures, don't you think? And yes, the little critter is on the side here. Now, I've noticed that that critter and the critter on the witch are the same critter. And when we look at the critters together here, yes, we can see that they're the same critter, just different colors of it. So Hasbro saved a little money there. Just use the same figurine, but paint them different so that we can put them in 2 different boxes. Not bad. Leave a comment below and let me know which of these 3 happens to be your favorite Halloween edition figure for this year's Black Series. Like I said, I think my favorite would be the Imperial Guard, with probably the Night Trooper being second. But I'm not going to throw the Dathomir Witch under the bus. After all, she looks pretty good too as far as the figure goes. So there are the Halloween figures. Now, like I said, there are 2 figures for the Christmas holiday season. The first one of those 2 that we're going to look at is the Stormtrooper Halloween edition. And of course, you know they're going to do a Stormtrooper. It is the easiest figure to change around and fit whatever season you're trying to do. In this particular case, we are looking at what appears to be a gingerbread Stormtrooper. At least that's what he looks like to me. After all, he's got the brown gingerbread coloring. Not quite sure why he's wearing a necklace, and it is not a real necklace that could be removed for the figure because it's actually painted onto his armor. But I do like the helmet. Pretty much all the brown gingerbread color, except for the bottom portion of the helmet there that has that white trim. We also have a little white trim around the waist there. But otherwise, it's pretty much a basic Stormtrooper with just a slightly different paint job. So not a whole lot of work done on him there. He does come with a blue pistol and 2 different porgs. One white porg with 3 dots to make him look a little bit like a snowman type thing. And I guess you could call the other one, that blue one, a holographic porg, which I don't know why we would have a holographic porg, but we do have that option now if you wanted to put a porg into a holograph. So what do you think of this one? I think this one's pretty kind of blah. Nothing too fancy with that one. The next one, though, makes up for it. Because this is the Astromech Droid, and look at this bugger. This one comes with a lot of fun. By the way, before we look at this one closer, as you can see, as far as the boxes go, yes, this looks a lot more Halloween-like. This looks a lot more Christmas-like. And this is very close to past boxes as far as the design goes. I do kind of like it in that they come with a label on it already, so you could actually give it to somebody and put their name on it. This is to someone, from someone. But now let's take a look at this Astromech Droid Holiday Edition. This one comes with lots of different accessories. First of all, we're not quite calling it R2-D2, we're calling it the Astromech Droid, although a lot of people will call it a different version of R2-D2, of course. Of course, he's got the red coloring like Santa Claus with the white stripe down the middle, a little bit of white on the legs, black rollers on the bottom there to act like the black boots of Santa Claus. And he comes with a big Santa Claus hat and a beard to put around him. And of course, we got Grogu to go along with him. And Grogu, instead of his beige robe, has a Santa Claus type robe, red in color with the white highlights around it. And then, of course, for accessories, we have a candy cane, a grabber, and something you put on the legs of it, some rocket blasters, so that you can blast this Astromech Droid from ship to ship or from level to level up and down the chimneys, perhaps. I like this figure, and this is the one that took me the longest. The other 4 I had for a while, but this was the last one I was able to get because it seems like when I went to different places, they were sold out. So I had to wait till I got more of them back in. And then I could finally get my Astromech Droid. As far as the Christmas figures go, or the holiday figures, this one is my favorite by far. The Stormtrooper looks cool, but doesn't light a candle to this one. Well, here we have the 5 holiday figures for 2025 of the Star Wars Black Series. Now, these are the 5 that I know of. I did take a look on that Action website to see what they had, and these are the only 5 that are listed. So if they're coming out with any others, it's going to be a surprise to me. But at least I was able to get the 5 that I already know of. Like I said, I do like the holiday in both the Halloween and the Christmas. I am a little disappointed. If they're going to have 3 Halloween ones, it would have been nice if they would have had 3 Christmas ones. Or Holiday Edition, as they're calling it. We got Halloween Edition, Holiday Edition. So, which one of these is your favorite? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think of this year's lineup. Let me know which is your favorite Halloween and which is your favorite holiday themed one. Also, while you're doing that, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? Let YouTube know that you enjoy this content so that they can spread it out amongst other people. Of course, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscription button and that notifications bell so that you're notified when more videos come out. I do appreciate it when you take the time to do that. Well, until next time, enjoy your Halloween, enjoy your holiday season, may the Force be with you, and keep collecting!